Alright, so we're gonna try something a little new on this channel. The Legend of Korra is divisive among fans, but over the years I think it's slowly gained the respect that the show has always deserved. But we'd all be lying if we said that Korra was a perfect series. Now, I want to make it perfectly clear that I love The Legend of Korra. Even I have to admit that there are some things that legit bothered me about the show. So, here are 5 things that I would personally change about The Legend of Korra. Number 1, the love triangle. Let's start off with one thing that I seriously haven't heard anyone actually like, and overall makes the first 2 seasons pretty difficult to sit through. The Korra, Mako, and Asami love triangle. I understand what they were trying to go for the whole teenage drama angle, but seriously, read the room. Season 1 made sense to give it a try, but when they started retreading the same waters in an already convoluted story of Season 2, we were over it. Get rid of the love triangle bullcrap and focus more on developing these characters, the world, and other stuff that we actually care about, and we would have had a much stronger first 2 seasons. Speaking of which... Number 2, a stronger overarching story. Korra as both the series and a character would have been much more satisfying to watch if they had a more solid through line of character development and emotional triumph. I know this isn't necessarily the creators' fault per se, since they didn't actually know how many episodes they would have to tell the story. I can't help but imagine how satisfying it would have been to see more development of Korra overcoming the struggles of continuously getting beat down because she was the Avatar. This was touched upon by the 3rd and 4th seasons to tie it in together, but if this specific story beat was the focus of Korra's emotional journey through seasons 1 and 2, man, can you imagine if she lost her bending for more than 10 minutes of screen time and we actually followed her struggle of grief around that? WandaVision, anyone? Just saying. Number 3, Season 2's villain. Unalaq. That's the tweet. No, but seriously, Unalaq had the potential to actually be one of the best villains, but even the creators made fun of him in Remembrances as being the most disliked. I think if they kept him as a cold and calculated character rather than a mustache-twirling villain like he eventually became, it would have given the character so much more nuance and ultimately less punchable, cause you'd be too scared to do it. Like from the moment we meet him, we're over here screaming, "Korra, don't listen to this b-." But she does, which makes us question her decision-making skills, and that's a lose-lose situation. I could imagine Unalaq being more along the lines of Littlefinger from Game of Thrones, but like seasons 1 through 4 only. That would have been much more interesting to watch. Number 4, more korrasami development. Now, before anyone comes for me, let me say this. I stan korrasami. And as a member of the LGBTQ+ community, I was as shocked and as happy as anyone when they held hands at the end, and relived that moment watching reaction videos for years. But I can't deny that I wish we got more explicit development of this relationship outside of a quick statement in a letter and a blush at dinner. Now, one can argue that walking into the spirit portal was actually just the start of their relationship, but after years and years of rewatching and overanalyzing the series, I could never shake the feeling that we could have gotten much more moments to earn that final ship. Again, I don't blame the creators, as I'm sure they did everything that they were allowed to do, but ultimately, this boils down to more korrasami, please. Thankfully, they dove a lot deeper into that story in the comics. Number 5, make the seasons longer. My last point will be something that could potentially fix all the previous points in one go. Make the seasons longer. Each season of Korra had to introduce a new villain, create and solve a large-scale problem in the world, and balance screen time for a huge supporting cast of interesting and likable characters. More time with Jinora, Kai, Varric, heck, even Lin and Tenzin? Yes please! And on top of it, I definitely wanted more of Korra's team avatar just being a team and hanging out. There's so much to explore with each of these characters, and thankfully, we have the comics and Avatar studios to hopefully give us a lot more Korra. Again, just wanted to reiterate that I actually really like the Legend of Korra series. Despite all the production issues from when it was airing, from budget cuts to moving online only to even the network debating if Korra should be a girl, the series has always had an uphill climb. But I think what we got was still great. If you wanted more Korra and other videos like this, be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. Till next time, later.